So should I start over or?
It's all good. It's already live, but it's all good. Don't worry, it
Okay.
happens.
Okay. So it'll take two technical difficulties. All right. So realize none of you guys heard that. Well, start over. Welcome to the LeBron and Bujan show. Bujan is not here, as you can see, but he will be soon. I am Dylan LeBron, freshman here in Iona College, and the LeBron and Bujan show is going to be a sports talk show. We're going to talk about NFL to MLB to NBA. We'll talk about hockey. That's more of Bujan's territory. But for today, we're going to get into the MLB playoff races, October baseball. And yeah, so let's get right into it with the MLB. Last night, Nationals clinched their wild card spot. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they did it. It really came out of nowhere. Pretty much neck and neck with the Mets. By All-Star break, we were both pretty bad. Um, and somehow, someway, Nationals go on a little win streak. Their bullpen comes to form after a very rocky start. And they're gonna win over Bryce Harper and his Phillies, which is kind of poetic, I guess you could say. Um, so we get into the playoff picture in the American League. Yankees clinch, Astros clinch with their amazing roster, and you can only just wonder what's going to happen in the playoffs with the Astros and their rotation with Justin Verlander, Garrett Cole, Zach Greinke. That's pretty much the big three of the MLB, if there was a big three. So let's talk about the Mets. The Mets, my team. You guys probably laughing right now. The Mets we're playing baseball. If you call it that, we lost 2 games in a row to the Miami Marlins. Miami Marlins with 57 wins in the whole season. We had to, in my eyes, 7-0 was the goal. We have a 4-game set with Miami and a 3-game set with Atlanta. Atlanta, I knew it was going to be a tough one, but we had to at least get 4-0 against Miami, and that did not happen, losing back-to-back games. The bullpen's falling apart, the rotation is falling apart. With Stroman on the mound, not Stroman, excuse me, with Steven Matz on the mound in the first game of the series. He's been a little bit rocky this season, but I had faith. It's Miami Marlins. Didn't matter. Home runs. The long ball was pretty test. That was like their best, even like offense. That was their offense, the long ball in the first game, and second game more of the same. Syndergaard gives off a home run in the first inning. Alfaro, Castro, the pretty much the Met killers for the past 2 games. So if we can't beat Miami Marlins in a 4-game set, if we even tie the series, I think it's over. If we lose one more game, I think we're out of playoff contention. I follow this Instagram, MLB Trash Talkers, shout out. And they always put the Jordan crying meme over like the team's logo. I'm just waiting. Every morning I wake up waiting to see the Mets logo with the Jordan crying face. And I don't want to see it because it's going to make me sad. Yeah, I don't want to be sad. But I know what's going to happen. If we can't be in Miami, how are we going to try to even like pitch against the Braves, who clinched the NL East? So yeah, that's pretty much the Mets in a nutshell. I think our motto is keep it close with the really good teams, and then lose to the bad teams. That's pretty much a whole life as a Met fan. We get to the American League. The wild card race is very, very tight. We got Cleveland Indians, who are, I believe, a half game out. Tampa Bay, who pretty much have the second spot on lock. And then you have the Oakland Athletics, who they want it. They want it. They really want it. And they could be I think the best team to probably face off against the Astros. It's weird to say. I know it's weird to say. But look at the numbers the Athletics put up against the Astros. And I think they could win the series. They could. But don't, look at me and be like, oh, Dylan, you said they're going to. No, don't do that. No. That's pretty much the MLB in a nutshell. For right now, at least. Cy Young is, I hope it's Jacob deGrom. Max Scherzer having a little rocky month right now. Bryce Harper. The Phillies saw his pitches very well last night, and again, Nationals. That I think the best thing they've done this season is keeping it close. Their bats are warming up. The bullpen is finally coming to form, and that's winning baseball. So yeah, I mean, MLB is at this time of year throughout the season. You kind of you know just I don't know. Baseball is like you know it's happening, and then when it hits like you know October, September, that's when people start really getting into baseball, and that's when the teams start heating up. In my opinion, it's winning baseball. So we get to the NBA. Personally, my favorite sport, basketball. I am a Knicks fan. I know. I think I should just end it right there. But off season didn't go to plan, as everyone named Mama know. Off season did not go to plan. But the Brooklyn Nets got KD and Kyrie Irving. So pretty much a lock in for the championship next year, not this year. Actually, breaking news today. First, breaking news on Lebron and Bujan show. Kyrie has a facial fracture, but he's only day-to-day. Season hasn't started yet, so don't read too much into it. But the Brooklyn Nets are in great shape to make a run in the playoffs. I wouldn't say they're going to win it. Maybe second round, third round. No, I don't think I see a finals. I think Kyrie needs KD. He couldn't. I feel like the Celtics roster is more talented than the Nets roster in terms of depth and overall talent. And Kyrie, his leadership skills weren't to par for what Boston wanted. And so now he's going to Brooklyn. It's pretty much same situation. They definitely make the playoffs, 100%. And you also have a veteran like DeAndre Jordan, who is also a leader. But I think once KD comes to form, it's a scary team. It's a very scary team. The NBA's top 100 list came out, and Zion Williamson was ranked 42. And this is not right now. This is based off of how ESPN thinks the players are going to play throughout the season. So Zion 42, sure, he didn't. Whoever made the list didn't put him up in like top 20. Which makes sense. Then we have like Klay Thompson at 46, and that's what I'm like. Wait a minute, I don't even play this season. If he does play, there's no way he'll be a top 46 player, right? It's crazy. So when I saw it this morning, I don't know how I felt about that, because it's weird when I guess like basketball is different, where it's like baseball is a game of streaks and runs, and basketball is more of like what you're gonna get. Same thing with football, like what you're gonna get coming into the season. Like you look at like a player like Andre Drummond, and you could be like, oh, he'll average like a solid 20 and 10. That's Andre Drummond. You know what you're gonna get with Andre Drummond. And then with baseball, you could have like, I don't know, a Giancarlo Stanton, and you think, oh, he's gonna have a monster year, and he only plays 12 games in the regular season. So that's I think it's the key difference, and that's the thing with the list is that's why I feel like the MLB doesn't do that list. At least it's not as published as like the NBA and the NFL's list, because you don't know what you're gonna get. So with Bryce Harper, now he's on the Phillies, new team. It's not the same player right now, at least. We don't know what happens next year, because they're eliminated from playoff contention as well. We don't know what happens next year. He could have an MVP season. We don't know. Speaking of MVPs, Anthony Rendon, the Mets killer. Yes, the Mets killer. He could very well win National League MVP, maybe a batting title. Cody Bellinger, of course, the cream of the crop in the NL. But watch out for Anthony. He's coming up. And then we get to the Cy Youngs in the NL. As I said, Jacob deGrom, and the AL for the Houston Astros to have Garrett Cole and Justin Verlander 1 and 2 in the Cy Young. That's what you want as a as like a GM of a team and as a manager of a team, you want to feel comfortable 1 through 3 in the rotation. You want to have your ace, which I guess you could say Verlander's the ace, but then Garrett Cole. Well, Verlander being your ace, Garrett Cole being your second option, and then Zach Greinke being your third. If Garrett Cole's your second option, I think you're in really good shape. Um, yeah, I mean, sports is it's a crazy thing. And so we get into the NFL. Jalen Ramsey asked for a trade, and I, the way he did it, I feel like it was very good. The way he did it, uh, it wasn't like as big as like the NBA is, where Anthony Davis demands a trade from the New Orleans Pelicans, right? Jalen Ramsey, he didn't say it himself. His agent did. He went about it, had a little press conference, was like, "I want to play for Jacksonville. I want to win with Jacksonville." So by the time that they trade me, whatever. I want to do with Jacksonville. And there were some landing spots for Jalen Ramsey. Article Obituary Report. That scared me. One of the teams being the New England Patriots, which is scary, very scary. I imagine having Jalen Ramsey, Stephon Gilmore as your corners locked down. Another team was Kansas City. I like Kansas City because that's what they need desperately in that position is a cornerback. I feel like to even get past the Patriots in the AFC, they need that cornerback position to be locked down. Cause that's what's gonna. I feel like defense was championships, so that's gonna be the cherry on top for the Kansas City. That's gonna get them past the Patriots. We have Daniel Jones making a splash, an impact, immediate impact in the Giants' offense in Week 3 against the Buccaneers. As a Giants fan, that was fantastic. I don't know how they missed the field goal at the end, but I'll take it. I'll take it any day. A win's a win. Remember that. And no, but it always comes at a price. Never comes easy with the Giants. Daniel Jones, amazing debut, and we have Saquon's high ankle sprain, which if you don't know is the worst ankle sprain you can get in sports. So he's going to be out, I believe, 4 to 6 weeks. You win some and you lose. It's a win-lose situation for the most part. I think of all my teams, maybe it's just me. It might be just me. I think, Mets fall apart. Knicks, free agency doesn't go well. Giants, Daniel Jones, but then Saquon. It's a tragedy. I should be like a Shakespeare book. The Tragedy of Dylan LeBron. That'd be good. But yeah. I think that's pretty much it for what I want to talk about right now for all sports. I mean, we talked about MLB playoff races. Still a lot of games to go. Well, not a lot, but a good amount of games to go for teams to lock in their spots. Mets, try to win, 5 in a row? I doubt it, but 5 in a row would be fantastic. Even just be like, hey, we tried. It'll help in free agency. When the meetings would be like, hey, Garrett Cole, you want to come to the Mets? We almost made it. Maybe if we had you in the rotation, we could have won. He's a free agent, but I won't be surprised if Astros offer him a new contract very, very quickly with the swiftness. But yeah, hopefully in the next show, my co-host Dennis Bujan, will show up and help me out with this. Maybe you could tell me that my mic was off the whole time. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, listening, and I hope to see you guys here next time. Thank you.